Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Game 3 here for the PokerStrategy.com TSL3 round of 16. We have got Slayer's BoxeR taking on Fnatic Zen, and we are going to introduce these players right now. Our blue Terran spawning in the south position here on Metalopolis. It is Slayer's BoxeR, already with one win under his belt, but so does this guy have a win. Fnatic Zen, our red Zerg. And I like the fact that these are cross positions, because based off of the way that we know that these players have played and can play, we could see some crazy aggression from BoxeR. You know, not likely, but I know Sen likes to play that macro game, so I'm going to kind of suspect that this could be a little bit longer one, but you just never know. Day, I'm excited as we're going to find out who's going to take the series lead here in game number 3.
Yeah, the thing to note about Metalopolis, you have to be in man form to play this map. And I don't mean like, you know, if you're a werewolf, you got to turn to man form, so that way you have posable thumbs, you can actually use mouse. Yeah, or very good, Scooby, yes. But like, you can't do any sort of cutesy, wall-offsy stuff. You know, Terminus. Well, speaking of man, we see Slayer's BoxeR really. Yeah, look at him. He's building the barracks right in the center of the map, so clearly going to be doing a little bit of aggression, planting it right on the forehead of the center face. For any of you who didn't know, the center of Metalopolis, the 2 Xel'Naga watchtowers and the 2 golds form a unhappy man with frowning eyebrows. Just that way.
The tower.
Yeah, and he goes right by the tower and he doesn't see it. Oh my gosh, I'll talk about man form later on. Right now, Sen has to be able to hold off a 2 barracks aggression, but he is going to be doing a cross-map scout very soon. And there he is swinging right on in, and he's going to be able to get to Slayer's BoxeR's base, and he's going to slip up the ramp, and there he is. He's getting into BoxeR's base. He sees not a barracks in sight, but he doesn't see the orbital command getting morphed yet. When he sees that, he's going to know that something crazy's going on, and he has to go quickly before his front could possibly get walled off by bunkers.
Yeah, and we already had the first Marine out right now. He is nowhere near finding out where the heck this is coming from. But you've got to consider that the gold is the best place. Regardless of where your opponent is, you're going to be able to, you're going to be able to quickly get there. So it's like a safe place to build. Bunker is going to go down. Drones are out. But this time we've got another SCV and a Marine. He's going to chase them away, try to deter them from that SCV, which is building the bunker. More drones are coming out right now, and we do have another Marine joining into the fray. This could be pretty bad for Sen. He's going to move forward, micro these Marines. Now he's got 3 Marines out. Bunker is going to fall, and he's just going to go ahead and put up another one. So finally, after some persistence, BoxeR does finally get some aggression to work out here for him. Now it's all going to come down to whether or not this bunker can finish.
And it looks like Sen, again, just refusing to lose drones, refusing to take damage, making a huge number of lings, but look at BoxeR, is going to pull back. Those those barracks are actually very well positioned. He can easily hide behind the gold mineral patches and avoid getting surrounded, but it looks like he is going to be pulling back with everything. And now it's my favorite time of the day. It's time to talk about man mode. On Metalopolis, you don't have the ability to do cutesy wall-offs. We saw on Xel'Naga Caverns a very clever wall-off by BoxeR, and then abusing that thin left flank by the Xel'Naga Watchtower to be able to put pressure on the Zerg. On Terminus, we saw BoxeR do his very cute wall-off again and end up taking a very fast second and third. But on this map, big, wide-open spaces, especially that natural, is just hittable from all sides. We're going to see Slayer's BoxeR constrict some movement, but Sen is going to have a lot of time and space to be able to take the expansions he wants and to poke and do the aggression that he wants.
Yeah, in fact, it's got to be somewhat comforting knowing that those barracks have flown away, and that is going to give you some time. Obviously, I've never seen a floating barracks produce a Marine. That would be pretty crazy, and I should just shut my mouth because they'll actually put that into the game. We have Lings moving around the map, checking things out, and Sen is comfortable because he knows he can drone up. We saw 6 drones. They popped 10 drones now coming out. So again, we're seeing Sen really push his economy to the limit, using the Lings that are out, getting that really late speed as well. And why not? If you can deal with that aggression, get out what you need to get out, you know that you'll have this window of opportunity where you can do just that. The question is will he ever maybe get a chance to attack off of that? Right now, BoxeR, or he was pretty vulnerable. He does have the bunker up now, a few Marines as well. And but all he has is the racks as he's getting his stim going right now, and we got 2 reactors at the front.
Looks like he's doing the same style strategy we saw on Xel'Naga Caverns. There's some, again, very nice supply depot placement. Love that BoxeR is using that supply depot burrow, unburrow mechanic a lot in his gameplay. Very, very underused. A lot of times people just build it, burrow it, and then they're done with it. You see more of those Marines trying to pop out, and again, we see a very nice timed attack by BoxeR. We see no Baneling Nest. Zergling speed is about 25%. Very, very well thought out. More Marines popping out for BoxeR Factory at about 65%, and there's an Evo Chamber going down by Sen. This is one of my favorite ways to play Zerg. Big expanding, big upgrades, low on tech, very, very effective, very long-term focused.
Yeah, and, it looks like it's going to work out here because those Marines are going to scoop back. SCV does scout that third hatchery that is down for Fnatic Sen. He's got more Zerglings coming out, and all of a sudden, after all that droning, you just see the production bar blowing up with Lair, Roach Warren. We've got +1 melee attack. Speed's about to finish. The creep is spreading around. We've got the other hatchery going down as well. So Lings are going to be much more beneficial once they actually do have speed here. He's got 1 Ling waiting for that third expansion coming up for BoxeR. BoxeR is going to move out with a bunch of Marines. He'll take out that Ling and get ready to drop a command center that is not yet built, but eventually will go down. Zerglings are going to move on in. They do take out a single Marine, but the bunker's there. Going to swing around, grab some SCVs, and all die.
Ooh.
All die. Nothing to report.
All get absolutely murdered on the way out, but you know what? They killed at least something. Always important to note. In a lot of circumstances, it's a pretty significant mistake that a lot of newer players make. Where if a unit's gonna die, you gotta just let it start to do as much damage as possible instead of trying to continue to run left and run right in some hopeless feudal fashion to maybe squeeze out. Got to turn right back around if you're Sen there and try to kill off more SCVs. I mean, in that case, there was a little bit of a window where maybe he could have got out, but BoxeR's a little too good. But I'm glad that, again, Sen did at least some damage.
Yeah, I'm looking at the supply right now, 97 to 94. He's going to run into another group of Marines there. And we did note that the Baneling Nest went down, the moment that we saw a lot of Marines there on the field for BoxeR. He had to expect it anyway. It was there in his timings. So we've got that. It is down. We've got Banelings being morphed in the back. And we got Baneling speed on the way, something that I really think hurt him in game number 1 by not having. So I'm glad to see that right now. Now, Slayer's BoxeR is moving forward here, and this is where if he sets up some defense, he could take the gold. He can really start to control the map from this area right here. So I would love to see him go up here, scan, take out some of these creep tumors, or just flat out attack the third. But let's see how much he decides to extend himself here.
Uh-oh, he's trying to squeeze on up. The creep tumor sees everything right now. BoxeR getting some good positioning. Love that tank on that top lip of the ramp. And we see units trying to swing down, but that tank is in an amazing spot. Marines continuing to broach on up to the high ground. Sen's now going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to scoot on up with Lings and Banelings from the backside. Huge tank hits. Take out most of those Banelings. The Roaches move up. Not going to be able to eliminate this attack, but will be able to pick off that key tank that was by that ramp, and now Sen having to pull back everything. BoxeR with amazing timing. Does have combat shield done with that attack. Gonna have to lift up and skedaddle, as they say. But Sen, again, not looking in the best position. Baneling speed looks like finally is done, so he might have an opportunity for some pretty key hits.
Yeah, and he does going to have an opportunity to attack here before the reinforcements getting here. One of these tanks really, really low. Another one has replaced that spot on the low ground. And is he going to counterattack? He is swinging around to try to kill any reinforcements units, but he was literally just like 2 seconds behind. He's going to rush in, take a hit from the siege tank, and back off. We've got more Marines moving forward. The mining will stop once again. A few Lings go and die to the cause. He does have a lot of banelings, but he might just go ahead and give this up right now. And we got Ling streaming down to the base. We're going to have a counterattack here. There is nothing. Oh, he raises those depots just in time. Sieges up his tanks, and imagine if that would have got there and done the damage.
I mean, Sen is just in a much, much harder position than you really want to be at this stage. I mean, with that big long-term macro-style game, it's always a little too tempting to make too many drones. That's exactly what we saw here. He was not quite prepared enough for BoxeR's huge push, but now we're seeing Sen back up and take the gold expansion now that he's making pretty much only Zerglings and only units. We see Zerglings and Banelings positioning around that flank at the left. But it looks like, no, Sen might just go for another counterattack. You know, Weed, I'm going to stop guessing. It looks like Sen's just going to group on up again.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure either here, dude. He is grouped up right outside. This is still going to be a tough attack. Remember, we got that siege tank all the way in the back, and here he goes, moves forward. He's going to go right past the bunker, right past the first siege tank. It goes down. He's going to try to get to the back siege tank as well. So a lot of Banelings here. He will completely devastate this force, leaving absolutely nothing behind. I take that back. One Marine gets picked up in a medevac, and he's looking out the window, eating his bag of peanuts like, I made it, but we lost everything. Another group is coming forward here, but that gold is being taken, so he's going to come up here, get the vision on the tower, and siege up, and this is horrible because it can completely neutralize this gold.
Yeah, I mean, BoxeR, just an absolute hero of positioning, and look, not only being able to put pressure on the gold, he's going to move up. It's likely going to be taken out, but also this helps BoxeR defend his own gold. But ooh, Weed, I don't know about this double expand by BoxeR. This is going to have to be very, very carefully defended. This might actually kill a lot of BoxeR's aggression unless he really ramps it through the roof. Sen now pumping out 5 Mutalisks. He's trying to swing around. He is going to manage to pick off some tanks.
Yeah,
got to be very careful.
Yeah, I mean that's a great position to be as Terran, but it's terrible when you get snuck up on with a bunch of mutas, and now we have quite a few mutas out, almost 16 for Sen right now. And again, this is just how he likes to play. Now, Slayer's BoxeR's responding great. He's got a ton of missile turrets all around. He's got, look at 4 going down there at the third as well. We've got Sen throwing down, not only is rebuilding his third, but a fourth. He's also got the macro hatch up as well. So really trying to get his economy back, hoping to do some damage, some harassment here with these mutas, but it is going to be tough. He's going to have to commit to losing some stuff going up against these missile turrets, and here he goes in. He will take one out. Going to move in. He's going to take out the refinery.
Interestingly, not leaving that refinery at 1 hit point. It looks like Sen changing up his style every now and again, but with that planetary fortress down, it's going to mean there's going to be a big halt on the aggression for Sen. We see BoxeR now moving on up. This is not a good-looking position for Sen. I mean, the food counts are pretty close, but that doesn't tell the whole story. BoxeR is in an amazing position. It's a full 4-base Terran versus a barely 3-base Zerg, and now we see Sen trying to swing around, trying to get into a good position. I mean, Sen's going to have to hit a miraculous